Good evening, everyone. Won't you join us in this melody for Elul? Good evening, everybody. So good to see you. Breathe in that air. It feels almost like autumn. Okay, I won't say it again, but we do sit here on the cusp of a change in the seasons, of a change in the new year, Jewish time coming back round again, of a new opportunity for us to be together and mark sacred time as a TBT family. And we're joined by old friends and new here on the Bima and in our community. Welcome to anybody whose first TBT service this is, including and especially our intern, our student Rebecca Thau, who's joining us from HUC, from the seminary in New York City. We're so glad you're here. And so wonderful to have our wonderful choir and Dr. C and Walter and all of you, of course, because it needs all of you, all of us, for our voices to ascend this evening as we prepare to enter this penitential period, the high holidays, which will bring our souls into a place of return, of turning back to who we wish to be, of turning inward to examine our deeds and outward to one another in reconciliation, and turning to God for a chance to begin anew. And so in this season of separations and new beginnings, we begin our service with a ritual separation of Havdalah, which begins on page 100 in your golden prayer book. As always, please join with us in the melodies. They tend to repeat, so if you don't know them, they'll come back around again, I promise. Blessing over the wine. Orei peri hagafen. spices that refresh us. Separation, hamavdil ben kodesh lechol. Hamavdil ben kodesh lechol, chatotenu imchol, zarenu v'chasdenu yarbe kachol, v'kochavim alayla. Shavua tov, 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 Shavua tov. Make gladness reign and joy increase. A good week of peace. Make gladness reign and joy increase. Eliyahu Elohim, Eliyahu Avishmi, Eliyahu, Eliyahu, Eliyahu Akinati. Shavua Tov, everybody. This is a good opportunity to wish a Shavua Tov to somebody you haven't yet met tonight or seen tonight. Shavua Tov. We begin on page 104.
God does not want to be believed in, to be debated and defended by us, but simply to be realized through us. Adonai.
Last sliver of the moon, the waning crescent, small and slender, glowing in the east at the end of the journey. A curve of silver, barely there, that fades away with the dawn. Faintest light the eye can discern, like the soul within me, barely there, waning and weary as the year winds down. At the end of the journey, the old moon flickers out and darkness awaits the new. Now, in the stillness, we can feel it being born. Remind us, the horizon will be bright again. The waxing crescent will rise. Heal our hearts. Gather us in from the darkness. Restore the light within us. Yum bitty bum, 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 yum bitty bum bum. Try it. Yum bitty bum, 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 yum bitty bum bum. Part two. Oh. In a row. Yum bitty bum, yum bitty bum, yum bitty bum, yum bitty bum, yum. Come on, basses, I need you. Yum bitty bum, yum bitty bum, bum bitty bum, yum 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 bitty bum, bum. One more time, that same part. I just have to say, the sound of our voices together just enriches this space with so much beauty. I know our prayers are already rising together because of your voices. It sounds amazing. Thank you for all being the choir tonight. The last part is about the value of this day. Or zaru ala tzadik u'liyishrei lev simcha. That light is sown for all who seek it with upright hearts. Here's how it goes. Or zaru ala tzadik u'liyishrei lev simcha. Or zaru ala tzadik u'liyishrei lev simcha. That's the whole song. Now we're going to enter into a vulnerable place where we're going to sing each part together once, and then everybody's going to split off into any part you want. It's a little brave, it's a little bold, but there are so many parts that you probably can't go wrong. If you combine them, don't worry about it too much. We're going to review them all, and then we're going to become one big TBT choir. Are you ready? Here we go. Yum bitty bum, 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 yum bitty bum bum, yum bidi 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 bum, Pick any part you want. Yum bidi bum bidi bum bidi bum bidi bum bidi bum bidi bum Now just our voices keep on going. Or Saru Avatsadi, Ul Yisrael Simcha. Or Saru Avatsadi, Ul Yisrael Simcha.
So none of us knew that before he started. We were not alone in learning. We were learning right along. What we just sang is light is sown for the righteous and gladness for the upright in heart. When we look at the words carefully, we can notice that light and gladness are sown, not promised. Seeds, that which is sown, are potential. They aren't foregone conclusions. A seed requires germination and planting. The action God is taken in sowing them. They also need water, food, and sunlight. Each seed in its own measure, depending on the plant. Our next prayer tells us how to tend these seeds. Who is the man who desires life and loves days to see good in them? Guard your tongue from evil and your lips from speaking deception. Turn away from evil and do good. Seek peace and pursue it. 3 things. Be careful with your words, do teshuvah, and work through conflicts to a resolution that builds wholeness. Shalom. These 3 actions will feed, water, and give sun to the seeds God has planted. As we prepare for the days of awe, we are reminded that it is never too late to start being careful with our words and seeking shalom. All we need to do is to teshuvah. Page 107.
song, silence, stone, clay pot to be filled from within myself. I will find there both ripeness and rot, what I have done and undone, what I must let go with the waning days, and what I must take in. With the last tomatoes, we harvest the fruits of our lives.
Page 110. We take a moment to contemplate where we stand in our lives, where our neshama, where our spirit essence is drawing us toward in this coming year. The pages of the book in your hands may have some helpful intentions for you, or you can feel free to close your eyes, offer your own silent meditation, reflection, and prayer as you think about the way in which you want to enter this new year. We take just a few minutes of silent prayer. What is the nature of my cheshbon hanefesh this year? What should be my focus as I examine my deeds and my direction from now until Yom Kippur? What is unresolved in my heart? What questions are on my mind? What is unclear, uncertain, and unsettled in my life? What decisions have I been putting off or avoiding? Is there one change I would like to make in the way I am living my life and relating to others? When I look over my cheshbonot, my accounts, what do I see? Which personal qualities need repair and strengthening? What habits of mind, character, and behavior need correction? Which relationships in my life are most challenging at this time? Page 113. We are taught days are scrolls, write on them only what you want remembered. But we remember our weakness, and our days bear the mark of all that went wrong. On this night, we have hope in the one who sustains us. We'll read responsively now, line by line. Though we stumble and falter,
you promise forgiveness.
If we stray from the truth,
You do not forsake us.
if we sink to the depths,
Your mercy uplifts us.
if our urges betray us,
Your compassion is endless.
if we distance ourselves,
You do not forsake us.
if we abandon your teachings,
Still, you embrace us.
if we seek you sincerely,
Your presence surrounds us.
if we pray from the heart,
You listen with yours.
though we stumble and though we falter.
We are blessed by your promise.
Page 117. God, you are compassionate and gracious, endlessly patient, loving, and true, showing mercy to the 1000th generation, forgiving evil, defiance, and wrongdoing, and granting pardon. Please turn to page 120, and if it's comfortable for you, please rise.
Adonai, Adonai,
127. Our God and God of all generations, may our prayers reach your presence. And when we turn to you, do not be indifferent. Adonai, we are arrogant and stubborn, claiming to be blameless and free of sin. In truth, we have stumbled and strayed. We have done wrong. Together we confess. Together we take responsibility. Page 128. We abused and abandoned. God, we acted without thinking. We blamed others when we failed. We boasted and belittled. We coveted and corrupted. We coerced the weak to do our will. We drove away those we loved with silence. We deceived and denied. We enticed and enslaved. We exalted money and material. We fouled air, sea, and land. We flattered and falsified. We gravitated to gossip, gave up our ideals, and gave in to our impulses. We hated and humiliated and held grudges and ignored and idolized and insisted upon our rightness. We judged others rashly and wrongly. We were jealous and unjust. We killed. We were unkind. We kept to ourselves when others needed us. We lacked commitment to causes we espoused. We were lazy. We missed the mark and minimized our mistakes. We mocked what we did not understand. We neglected those who depend on us. We were negative and narcissistic. We overreached and overreacted. We poisoned and polluted. We quit too soon. We ridiculed. We resented. We spurned. We squabbled. We talked too much or not enough. We issued ultimatums. We made ugly threats. We were vain and vicious. We wallowed in self-pity. We exploited, expropriated, and expected others to save the world, but not us. We yearned too much for prizes and praise and failed to share fully the joy of Zion reborn. Page 130. We read responsibly. For
the ways we have wronged you under duress and by choice, the harm we have caused in your world deliberately and by mistake, the ways we have wronged you openly and secretly, the harm we have caused in your world consciously and unconsciously, the ways we have wronged you by hating without cause, the harm we have caused in your world through gossip and rumor, the ways we have wronged you through a selfish or petty spirit, the harm we have caused in your world by hardening our hearts.
Together, for all these failures of judgment and will, God of forgiveness, forgive us, pardon us, lead us to atonement. Please be seated. Walk with me into the woods. Leave the edge of the forest behind. Come deep into the green until the shafts of sunlight are lost. Feel the stillness of the center. Walk with me to the top of the hill. Leave the broad path behind. Up, up, beyond where the trees grow. Hear the quiet of the heights. Walk me into this new year, into its demands, into its joys, into the clamor of its unfolding. Walk alone, each of us on our own right path, with the echoes of the blasts of the shofar, with the stillness of the center, with the help of our God. We turn back to our duet for Elul, including Achat Sha'alti, which is on page 8. Friends, we're on the cusp of 5783. We're never ready, but it always comes. And so we walk down this path, we gaze around this room, we see our friends, we sit expecting to see even more of our friends come the high holidays. And no matter how hard the path gets, we will remember that we are never alone. Adonai li velo ira. I want to say a special thank you to our wonderful musical leadership. If you think they sounded great tonight, just imagine the high holidays to come. Oh, is it such a breath of fresh air to have your beautiful voices, the choir, and all of you who proved that you were the choir tonight too. Thanks everybody for being here. Good evening.
Really wonderful. You did. Yeah.
You guys are so you can hug me. That's so beautiful. Conducting.